Welcome back to the BBB Sharing Podcast. We are at the BBB Studios Ignite, sparked by BBB. And this is part two. We don't do a lot of part two, guys, so this is special. And it's VCU is in the house, the Rams, right? I'm excited. It's exciting to have both two doctors in the house. They're going to introduce themselves very quickly. And they're going to talk about a couple great topics, one that all accredited business should want to know about, and that's AI. And also the BBB offices across the country should know about AI also. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you guys take it from there. Go ahead.
Great. I'm Catherine Ingrassia. I'm Dean of the College of Humanities and Sciences at VCU.
Caught me taking a sip of water. Her title's usually longer than that. I thought I had time.
Cucumber water?
Cucumber water.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Smith. I'm a faculty member in the Robertson School of Communication, and I also work with Catherine in the Dean's office.
So you guys are going to talk about
AI. Josh has been an incredible force within the College of Humanities and Sciences and the university more broadly in making sure that we're fully integrating AI into our undergraduate curriculum.
Wow.
We have an AI literacy requirement for all of the undergraduates within the College of Humanities and Sciences, but we're also looking strategically, and Josh has very actively done this with the BBB, to think about how we can extend the range of those micro-credentials.
Yeah, 100%. What the college has done, I think that's a leader in the state of Virginia when it comes to AI and training, particularly undergraduate students. We've got a new minor that's set up, which is in humanities and sciences. It's a minor in artificial intelligence and humanities and sciences. I think there are 27 classes in this minor that you can, it's a big buffet of classes that you can choose from. And they range from courses like AI ethics all the way to bias, in the algorithms. We have an AI literacy course that's getting ready to launch in the fall that's going to go into our general ed. But I think the space that we're in right now, it makes sense that we're building classes around sort of teaching the what is and what is not of AI. But there's also a huge need for that outside of the academy and in businesses, as these folks who, even some of them who graduated as recently as 2 years ago, feel like they missed out on sort of their version of the Industrial Revolution. Right. They turned around and said, oh gosh, I just missed, right. I spent 4 years getting a degree and I missed the center of the target, so to speak. And these students are now having to turn around and come back for continuing education when the ink is still sort of wet on their diploma. And so there's a huge need for community education as well. And my background at the Robertson School of Communication is traditionally in public relations, but if you kind of boil that down, it's about media literacy. And artificial intelligence is sort of a kindred spirit to that. It's just parallel to that in AI literacy. These are all media tools that you use, to open your laptop and generate these things with ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever flavor of bot you prefer. So, the space that we're in right now in the academy and trying to teach students to be AI literate is one part about being responsible with the tool and one part sort of preparing them to be able to use it. And likewise, I would say also with businesses in the area. We're getting ready to launch a series with the BBB and with Ignite to help train some of these businesses in a similar sort of vein to what we're doing in the academy and what we're doing with undergraduate students, starting with something as simple as, I'm going to steal from Barry Moore here. How do you spell AI is the name of the
I love it.
It's a great title, great unused title.
Yeah, and I hope my mom's not listening to this, but that course was designed for her basically. It's, what is it? What is AI? Where did it come from? What are the myths that are out there right now? What are the facts that are out there right now? How do I get started in the least threatening way possible with these tools? What do I really need to know about these tools? So that's the space that we're in, and I'll just sort of wrap up by saying we're getting ready to launch a series very soon with BBB and with Ignite to have businesses come in, and you'll take a training from myself. Colleague of Catherine and I, Nancy Kent-Smith, will also be teaching one of these courses. And the goal is, again, to sort of get you up to speed on what is and what is not AI, how it might impact you in your immediate career, and then more importantly, looking down the road the next 4 or 5 years, what things do you really, really need to know, and what things can you probably ignore, that are coming out in the form of headlines.
And not everything's critical, right?
Yeah.
It's like a buffet. You pick what you need. And the other doctor, Nancy, is Dr. Smith also. So
She's actually ABD Nancy Kent Smith, she's finishing her dissertation right now at the Wilder School,
Correct.
I believe.
Yeah, public policy. Yep.
Yeah, in
absolutely.
public policy. But she's doing her background, just to plug Nancy Kent Smith, who's phenomenal in this
Fantastic.
space. Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
Algorithmic bias is kind of her area, and she's looking at tokenization and how these venture capitalists are supporting right now our ability to go in and use a tool for free. So I don't know how many listeners out there have a free version of ChatGPT or Gemini that they're using, but it's not actually free. Some venture capitalist is subsidizing your use of that tool and hoping that you're getting sort of acclimated to using it every day, and then eventually the paywall goes up.
But to say what you
Interesting.
mean is hooked, right?
Yeah, getting you hooked,
First
that's
one's
it.
free. Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
addicted. Yeah,
or-
it's the way to do it.
Yeah, or something that we're very familiar with in the Robertson School, which is running ads.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what makes you, at VCU, Catherine, to get involved with the Better Business Bureau, micro-credentials, Josh being with us, what enables you to do it? What excites you about it? Why do you do it? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm very lucky. You're not all the same, and you know that, and I know that. So
Right.
thank you for being you.
Yeah, no, it's higher education. Foundationally, of course, is a public good. I believe that 100%, but it is not something that can be static. We have to be dynamic. We have to recognize where it is students need to be. And so we always have to be actively interrogating what is it we're doing and how are we preparing students for the next step. Students don't come, they come to think the big thoughts and intellectually explore, but they also want to be employable at the end. They also, even in their academic journey, are going to be using AI and AI tools. And so I think it is imperative that we give students, we have a responsibility to give students the training that they need to be technologically savvy in AI or any other as it evolves, right? Again, it's not a static thing, it is a dynamic, changing technology. We need to give them the literacy, the educational skills to be able to use it in a responsible way, and we need to prepare them for that next step professionally, which is going to be the linkage of those things. So I just think it's essential. I'm so excited about an opportunity to partner in the community like this. We are not an ivory tower that is removed. We have to be embedded within the community, and we have to be embedded with the community businesses. It's essential, and I think this is a great opportunity to make sure we can do that in a responsible, meaningful, and highly structured way that provides a great outcome for our students and for their potential employers.
I have a feeling people are going to look back at this maybe 5-10 years from now and say, because of VCU, because of the Better Business Bureau, as partnership, they had a great career at an early age. It had a great opening. Internships have been around for a long time in the major companies, but I think the way Josh has put this together with the micro-credentials,
Yep.
and it is so unique. I didn't know what a micro-credential was. And the last thing I will say with AI, and you guys can add in before we wrap up, but as we were talking this morning before we started the podcast, I think there's a lot of amateurs out there. There's a lot of salespeople that have learned how to spell AI. They see there's money out there. They write a book. They write a consulting plan, and they do it with chat or whatever. They build a business, and they're out there preaching it. And that's fine, but that's just on a certain level. What VCU is going to allow our ABs, our accredited businesses, to do is to really learn AI and not be afraid of it, not hurt themselves, but protect themselves, because it's all of the above, right? So I think that's what I'm really excited about. And again, I think this goes across the country, and this micro-credential would go. So from there, I'll let you guys finish up whatever else we've missed, whatever else we should talk about.
Yeah, we're thrilled, Barry, that we have the opportunity to advance this partnership, because I do think it's mission critical for our students and for the chance for them to see what it's like to work in a business, to be but to do it around with those skill sets that we know that they need. And AI is not just the future; it's the present.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that what we have here is a good, I hate to use corporate speak, it's synergy, you know?
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll use
I
it.
hate 'em too,
Synergy.
We're at the
but that's
yeah.
okay.
BBB. It's okay.
Yeah, perfect. So we have this opportunity to collaborate in meaningful ways, and I hope that ABs listening to this will sort of heed the call, and they'll look for the opportunity to sign up for both the trainings for AI with myself and Nancy Kent Smith. We might have a couple of surprise guests along the way.
Yeah.
But also to really consider the opportunity to bring an intern into your business and you know, give them a chance to sometimes earn credit. Some of our students get credit to come and work for your
Can you
organization.
touch on that a
Yeah,
little bit?
I'll speak on the Robertson School because I know it most intimately, which is that students get, as part of their bulletin, 3 credits where they're required to go do an internship. And the way that we translate 3 credits is through hours. And so a 3-credit internship translates to 150 hours of work in the industry with an organization that's been vetted and sort of approved. And that goes back to, I guess I'll plug part 1 of this. You know, we don't want interns just coming in and fetching coffee, you know, and dusting blinds and things. They need to be given real opportunities to demonstrate and learn new skills. So, you know, part of what we have here is the opportunity to teach ABs, if you've never had an intern before, how do you bring one in? How do you find an intern at VCU that's qualified? How do you design a job description that would attract the most qualified interns to your position? And then how do you sort of rinse and repeat that so that you've got your own pipeline of interns coming in? Because one of the bigger things that businesses struggle with is that they get a great intern for the summer, and then they're gone by fall, and they're kind of left with this disparity and this missing opportunity. And so we want to build an ongoing pipeline where intern 1 transitions out and maybe even taps intern 2 to come in. I had this really great experience at XYZ organization. You should go work with them.
Yeah, no,
that would be incredible.
That would be key. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, please keep going.
The idea that Josh just said about how any student can take an internship for credit, that applies throughout the College of Humanities and Sciences. So it is an hour-based thing. How many hours will you spend with this employer? But we can make that happen for any student in any situation.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And sometimes we have them chop their credits up. So I mentioned 3 credits is 150 hours. That's 1 internship. Some of our students like to sprinkle it around, and they'll do 50 hours with one business for 1 credit, and then they'll do 50 hours with another business for another credit. And so they can do it that way as well. So it just depends on what it is that they're interested in doing and how it sort of fits into their timetable of when they're graduating. But there are different opportunities for different students. But yeah, so getting businesses sort of involved in this, and I think getting students excited as well is the recipe for success here. Yeah. And I mentioned earlier, the service that's being provided for both the students and the businesses is that of sort of matchmaker.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to help connect you with your internship or with your intern.
I think the most important word Josh just said there, though, is opportunity. This is about creating opportunities for students, and it's about creating opportunities for businesses to see the range of skills that students can bring and how they can add value to that experience as well.
Well, that's awesome. You guys, again, so knowledgeable. This is a one of a kind. I don't know any other Better Business Bureau that has this kind of a partnership across the country with a school like VCU. I'll have to share it out with the CEO, Matt Feeling, out in Phoenix. He's one of the bigger BBB offices, and he's a VCU grad, believe it or not. He's from Chesterfield. So how about that? And so he's a mentor of mine. I try to follow. And so I will be at VCU this week at the police department. So I hope I don't see either one of you. They have a wellness fair, and the Better Business Bureau has been invited. And as we talked, Chief Annuti is no longer in that role anymore. I ran into him after I met you at your office down at the campus, and I met him at a DEA event. And it was cool running up to him and said, "I just saw you." And he goes, "Well, tell her I said hello." I said, "You're going to see her before I will." Thank you very much. This is BBB Sharing, and everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.